Welcome back, everyone. Right before the break, we named Tiffany White of Buffalo the local winner of this year's Remarkable Women campaign.
She joins us now to talk about this incredible accomplishment. Tiffany, congratulations. You've been celebrated all day, and you definitely deserve that celebration. First, just explain what this means to you.
I think what I want to say to every survivor of any type of trauma in the world, you don't have to succumb to it. This is what can happen. I never in a million years would have thought little me would even be sitting here. So to every woman around the world that has survived any trauma, this is for all of us. It's not just for me.
Well said. And part of this recognition, we get the big check here. You receive $1,000 for the Alabaster House. And I know in the story that we aired a little bit before, you know, people learned about the Alabaster House, what you do, that hardly scratches the surface of all of the resources you provide to women, children, and families. I'd love for you to maybe share a little bit about what your goal for the Alabaster House is, what this money will go toward.
Well, Jordan, there's so many things that money can go to, right? The goal is transitional housing because the shelters around here are a mess. And I want people to feel comfortable while they're going through whatever trauma that they're going through, especially with domestic violence. This brings more resources, more toiletries, more escape bags, maybe a plane ticket for someone who needs to get out of Buffalo quickly. So whatever someone needs, this is what this brings to them.
Amazing.
Little hope.
Yeah. Tell us the name Alabaster House. Where did alabaster come from? I just learned that today.
So I love God, and there's a story in the Bible that there's a lady who took her most expensive bottle of perfume. So the alabaster is similar to corium or formica, or not formica, I'm sorry, corium or marble. So it's an expensive, like a marble. And she broke her expensive bottle of perfume and poured it at the feet of Jesus to show her humility. And so the Alabaster House, I would like for it to be a place of humility where people can come and are not judged, and can go through whatever they're going through and feel a sense of, you know, humility and not be ashamed of what they're going through because they're not the only ones going through it. So that's what the Alabaster House is.
Tiffany, you really have helped so many people. When your phone rings, you're the first to answer. You are the first to meet up with anyone, to be there, to listen, and to find them the help they need, right? And I know you have such an amazing support system. There's a lot of people behind the cameras over here, friends, family, different groups that you work with. And I want to talk a little bit about the groups, of the other organizations. I know people met Darwin in the story there from the Harvest House. There are so many different organizations that you work with through the Alabaster House. Talk a little bit about that.
Darwin's amazing. He is actually the director of housing at the Harvest House. And I can call Darwin and say, hey, I need somebody, they need a house. They need a house right now. Need an apartment. Darwin's going to work, boot to the ground, and he's going to get it done. One of the things you saw on TV was the shelter for men. Well, it's not a shelter. It's a rooming house for men. So it's called the Placid House. And that is a place for men. Like I said, sometimes we may need to bring the man out of the house and leave the woman. And the Placid House is actually in Buffalo on Genesee, a place where men can go and have a room and have some space with other men and maybe get themselves together. Maybe we'll return them back to home. I have contracts with CAO where we have women's groups where we're doing women's domestic violence prevention. We're doing, so that's girl talk. And then we have men talk. We have a space at JFK for the men to be able to talk about all the things that they've experienced, that they don't want the women involved, but they just want to talk. And we have mental health counselors. We have the spiritual counselors ready to go. And then we have Kid Talk, and that's at Edward Saunders Center through CAO on Bailey, where we talk to the children, because I think all too often people don't realize the children experience the domestic violence too. They see it, they feel it, and they have nowhere to get it out to because you've been told that you're a child. Stay in the child's place. Well, it affects them. So talking to the children stops a generation before they even become an abuser or a victim.
Very good. And I want to say all three of your children are here.
Yes,
after that car crash about 10 years ago. They're all thriving.
Yeah.
Just explain a little bit about each one of them.
The oldest one is Devana, so she experienced from that car accident. She had broken arms, so she has 3 plates, 30 screws, and some bolts and stuff in her arm. But she's a the mother of my first grandchild, my only grandchild, my favorite human being. She's a great mother, employed with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and does very well. The middle one is Dalia. She was actually pronounced brain dead on arrival at the hospital on the day of. Doctors had really not much hope for her even living, let alone being out of the coma. She has since got out of the coma, went back to college, graduated with her early childhood education degree, is doing wonderful. The baby is Diamond. She had the most injuries, flew kind of the furthest out the car. Today has no injuries. Everything has healed, didn't have to have any surgeries, works at Northtown, does very well, loves Northtown. So they are doing good, and they're doing wonderful, actually. I am so honored to be their mother. To watch them come through near death is a testament to, I think, what I've instilled into them to keep going. We can't just stop because of trauma. So.
Well, I think that's a great message for everyone out there. And let me just say, you know, they are all so beautiful, and it really says a lot about the incredible mama they have, right?
Thank you.
We are so honored to award you this recognition. You are a remarkable woman of Western New York for 2026. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story with us.
Oh, thank you both. I appreciate
Congrats,
you.
Tiffany.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
So wonderful. Thank you.
And be sure to stick with Kelsey and I over the next 4 weeks. We will be introducing you to other remarkable women finalists for this year, so you definitely don't want to miss those stories as well.